Your kids have to see you live the legacy.
That's
Not
right.
just
Oh yeah,
speak
you
it.
better. Now
You
you
gotta
better.
live the legacy.
He's in Chicago, so I ended up selling drugs. And I was paying the bills. You know, I was taking care of.
So I know it's excited. I know parents are excited.
Are you sure that you heard me when I was talking to you, Lord? Because in order for me to be able
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
There you go. Right. It's like crazy because on my side, everything just freezes up. So hey, I don't care. Whatever. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome all that is tuning in. Welcome to another segment of Early Morning Coffee with Marvina and best friend, where we give a voice to the voiceless and we let you say what is on your mind. Good morning.
Good
Oh my
morning. Good
God,
morning.
this is a blessed morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad with it. Our assistant pastor says that on our at church to us every Sunday, just about anyway. Every time he gets up there, he normally says that. And a lot of people don't really get an understanding. Hey, Daddy! People don't get a really understanding of that, or I don't know if they don't understand it, but really grasp that feeling. This is
Yeah.
the day that the Lord has made. Let us
Yes.
rejoice and be glad in it. That means all day. You know what? Just be grateful today that this is another day that He has given you life, health, strength, everything that comes with it, all the joy, the breathing, whatever the day comes, whether it's bad or good, whatever it comes, He has given you that day. I
Yes.
just had to get that out because let me tell you something. I'm talking to the choir right now. I've been needing to keep encouraging myself. I'm getting encouraging words from my family and my BFF. And now, most of all, I have to encourage myself and going into the word that's hitting in my heart. It sometimes it just makes it even better. But let me stop talking and get on the real deal with it. Let's get on with it. Today I have some coffee. I have that great value coffee again. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it? It's a
Mm-hmm.
value coffee, and it has hazelnut delight and a whole lot of sugar. Nothing more, nothing less. Just a whole lot of. That's it. So let me introduce y'all to my BFF. My BFF. Let me see. If I put my hand to this way, it's the wrong way. But if you put your hands this way, my BFF. Yvonne. Good morning,
Good morning. Good
Yvonne.
morning. Good morning, everybody. And like Marvina said, this is the day that the Lord has made. I am going to continue to rejoice in it all day after the day I had on yesterday. I'm going to rejoice in it all day. I want to be sitting at the hospital all day um for something. That's all that I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. For something. And look at this. I am drinking this morning from my trusty mug. She fading out and every time and everything. It's time for
Every
us to
time, yo,
get
every
it.
time,
Hey, look,
yo.
every time. Everything is
Hey,
it's fading out.
let me
So
see.
but I'm drinking my 8 o'clock coffee with some international delight, sugar free caramel macchiato, and I actually made it iced coffee this morning. And it is the bomb diggity. And and I'm gonna give a good health praise report this morning.
Okay.
So everybody knows that I'm sugar free. I try my best to be as sugar free as possible.
Yes.
When I tell you that my blood sugar levels they've been averaging between 75 and 120 consistently.
Blessings on blessings on
I have
blessings on
not,
blessings.
I have not had to take an insulin injection in
Blessings
4
on
months
blessings.
now. So
Blessings on blessings. Yeah.
I'm just, so that's my good health praise report, because I am
Yes,
trying to walk
honey.
away from, from trying to walk away from that insulin, trying to walk away
Yes,
from it.
honey.
Yeah.
You know what? We always talk about health and all that good stuff, but I find that, moving around, getting around, doing things, that's some kind that helps out with it,
Yeah, it does.
And that's what you're doing, which is good. So I commend you, girl. I commend
Thank you.
you, because, baby, I can't even see myself giving myself needles let me stop lying. Anyway.
But the panic was real, so I was take charge.
I just had to shame the devil right quick, because I was getting ready to say something
I know why
that was getting ready to be the biggest lie. And I had to shame the devil, because let me tell you something, y'all. My bag is full. I did not, and I will not say I will not say today that my life was perfect. I was an addict. I'm saying was. I am. I was a heroin addict, and be honest with you, my addiction was heroin, not because I really liked it. I got myself into something that I guess I did like it because I did it. I ain't gonna get no excuses to it. So I'm great saying, oh my God, I can't even see myself giving myself a shot every day. That's a lie. The truth came inside to shame the devil. So we speaking on that conversation. After this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful introduction, we're going to talk about that. I really want to really get into this thing where I was getting ready to tell y'all, no, I won't, but I want y'all to know that was a lie. So I'm gonna tell you, but we want to talk about this addiction thing, because this is wonderful.
Yeah.
But right after this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful introduction.
God, he had a calling on him. He wouldn't allow certain things to go right, because I was really fighting him for control, which we all know you're not gonna win that fight.
Be open, where we talk addiction. I'm telling my truth. Open bag, no fiction. Was frozen and broken. That life I was living, no holding.
Hey! I hope y'all enjoyed that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Like wonderful. This is if anyone been here at the beginning, everyone knows Jack, because Zach is my brother Zachary, and he actually had his own we did a few episodes, segments with you, huh, Zach? We did quite a few of them together.
Yes,
But
we
Zach,
did.
yeah, so he back. Look at him. Let me see that hat. Put that hat down. Put that hat.
Well, can you see it?
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah, we can see it now. Yeah,
And
love
shirt.
it. And the
Well,
shirt.
and
Yes.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Look at him. Look at him. So Zach, you know what? I want take this little time out and give
Hold on.
you a minute or so to give them he's gone. Did you hear? Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you. my on my side, my screen is froze, but y'all
Yeah,
can see me, so that's
yeah, we
good.
can see you.
Yeah, and
Yup,
and
I
you're
know. I
moving.
got
Yeah,
that
you're
problem
good.
too. So go
Okay.
ahead on and talk to us about be open. I would just give us, because I want our followers to come on and see this. Go ahead on. We could talk about
Well, first of all, y'all talked about what y'all had in y'all cup.
that.
I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so I had my cup early, but I got some good H2O up in here.
All right,
Yes.
then. Good
But
stuff.
yeah, this be open thing, we've been in discussions about this for what, almost a year or so.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it took some, we get started, we get a setback, we get started, get a setback, but it's finally, I think we worked all the kinks out. And uh, so what I would like to do, because yes, I have a history in addiction as well. Um, Crack was my drug of choice, amongst alcohol, and started off with weed, but um, and I found out, through my recovery journey, um, everybody has a different process. Now you said something powerful, Marvina, when you said, you had to be honest and shame the devil, in that, nobody wants to admit that, hey, I like getting high.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
until you make that realization, because we dance around that. We try to say, hey, it's because of this situation that I use, it's because of them that I use, it because of this and that I use. No. Initially, what got you into it, it was a setup that, conditions were whatever they were, and you chose to go that route. But once you start partaking in that particular thing, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, whether it's sex, whether it's gambling, whether it's food, whether it's cutting yourself, whatever, that release, that
Mm-hmm.
that thing that you chose to relieve from the whatever was the real issue, you became to love that.
Right.
And it wasn't until I realized, and I voiced that, and I read a while ago, some years ago, Richard Pryor had a book called um, 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 Prior Convictions and Other Life Sentences, his true
Mm-hmm.
autobiography.
Mm.
I would, anybody would, whenever you get a chance, get that book, because he talks about his life truly, and we all know that he was in addiction as well.
Right.
But he said one time he was talking to Red Fox, when they were snorting cocaine back in the day, and he said, man, he asked Red Fox, he said, hey, Red, man, why I love this stuff so much?
Mm.
And Red Fox said, cuz you're a junkie. But
Truth.
it was true. It was funny, but it's true. Why
True.
did I go back why did I sacrifice so much for this substance?
Right.
Because I love getting high.
Right.
That's the truth of the matter. And
Right.
until somebody can realize and really face that fact and look in the mirror and tell themselves that, you're going to be on that slippery
Yeah.
slope. So what we want to do with Be Open is,
Good
we
morning.
want to be open and honest
Yeah.
about what it is that we're addicted to, but
Yeah.
and we want you to, feel like, because I don't want to give too much away of the premiere episode, but we're going to be talking about that anonymity piece, the being
Mm.
anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't anonymous while we was doing it.
Come on. You better come on with it.
Everybody knew we was out in the open with it. We didn't care who. When that monkey got on your back, man, that monkey led you. I was on citywide news because of that monkey on my back. I was the laughing stock of Milwaukee Because that monkey had me out here looking like a monkey.
Yes.
I wasn't anonymous then,
Oh my goodness.
but then we get into these, and I get it. The history was, because and certain when AA first got to going, these respectable people, these doctors and lawyers and business people, you know, they didn't want people to they had to have this image, this perception that, they were good people. So they couldn't talk in, out in the open that they had these issues. So
Right.
okay, the anonymity came in. But how come how can you really be true to yourself?
Hmm.
Forget others, true to
Right.
yourself if you still trying to hide something that you say you don't like or you don't love about yourself.
Exactly.
You
Or you
know,
love or
then
like now.
huh?
You can love and like. There's one thing I like about Be Open. You don't have to be off of these things. We just want to talk about the behaviors of it, and
Yeah, and
people.
hopefully
Yeah.
as you go, these things will fall off. You just got to be open and be honest with where you at. It's not,
Hmm.
we're not going to judge you. We're not going to, put you down because we all been on this track. I don't care who you are. Everybody's been addicted to something. It may not
Yes.
been what I'm doing, but you addicted to something.
Something.
And people be
It's
look at it
something.
like, no, I'm not addicted to nothing. Okay, what's that compulsive behavior you got? What is it something that you
Mm.
can't
Mm.
shake?
Mm.
Everybody
Wow.
got a skeleton in the closet.
Hmm.
Everybody got a skeleton in the closet, and as long as you're trying to hide it, just keep talking and keep living long enough.
Yes.
A bone gonna fall out. We gonna see
Yes.
You
it.
better come on.
Yes. Yes.
We gonna
Love
see it.
it. Love it.
We gonna see it. So,
Love
but
it.
with this, with Be Open, yeah, where whatever state you in, we're all gonna look at this thing together.
Yes.
I'm gonna talk about some things, from a Christian worldview. I love NAAA. Whatever you need to do to get better on your journey, do that. But I cannot I cannot be be truthful if I tell you that this is more spiritual than natural, and there is a God who's a chain breaker, who's a stronghold breaker, and his
Hmm.
name is Jesus.
Amen.
I got to
You
put
better
that
come
out
on.
there. I got to put
Yes.
that out there
Christian man.
because I'm going to be talking about on the second episode. We're going to dig into the spiritual aspect of this,
Yes.
the witchcraft of this, the spell casting of this. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. We're gonna talk about some things, but
Talk about it.
we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have
Yeah.
we want to be real and honest. Wherever you at, I want people to come on here and just get it off because a lot of people they this addiction, this whatever this struggle. The main thing it does to us is isolate us and make us think we're the only ones. No
Yeah.
one can understand where we at. No,
Excuse
this
me.
is a
Hmm.
space where you're going to be heard. You can be open and understand that you're not the only one.
Yeah.
You're
Sure.
not, and you're whatever your situation, wherever you're at, even if you're still struggling, even if you're still using, you can say something that can help somebody not go back or to get off. You
Mm.
never know. You always got to listen to people because somebody can help you. Everybody needs help, and you never know where that help is going to come from. So be open is going to be a space where you never know where, there's going to be a space of help
Exactly.
from
And don't
all
look at it.
aspects.
And don't look at it like you in these rooms and the NA and stuff. No, it's not there. It's not that. It's not. It's about us
Um,
understanding, what the behaviors and how, and maybe like you said, your behaviors, you don't even see it. You might not even
Mm.
understand that the behavior that you're having and what you're doing, until you hear someone else and then you identify with it.
Yeah.
because that's just mainly what it is. Everybody wants to go to the gut of it. Oh, it was your past and how your past did that. And, now you're here and let's get down to the root of it and stuff like that. I'm good with that. Don't get me wrong. I am so good with that. But for me is what are we going to do about it right now? Okay.
That's
Your
right.
Yeah.
behaviors, your behaviors right now is doing such and such. And this is the way it is. And maybe you can't identify your behaviors because you're the one having the issue. So if you can't
Yeah.
see you,
Yeah.
somebody else may say something or do something that reminds you of you and that behavior. You're like, man, you know what? And that's only if you want to identify it, because this is not for
That's
everybody. Don't
right.
get me wrong.
That's
Everybody
right.
not gonna get in here and get clean. That's not where we at. But we want
Mm-mm.
y'all to know. We want you to see your
We're gonna
behavior.
pray for that.
We're gonna pray for you. Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna pray for it now. Yeah, I know. I knew you were gonna say that.
It's going to start to put a spotlight on you, like you said, on
Yes.
you.
Yes.
You're going to get a chance to address the man or the woman in the mirror. How about
Yes.
that?
Right.
Yes. Love that.
Yeah,
I love
because sometimes, well, a lot of times, the justifications and excuses that we come up with for ourselves, they become they become truth to us. They become, life mantras, and we think this is real
that. Right.
until
Mm-hmm.
you hear somebody says something concerning the justification that's the same that you got. But when you hear them say it, you be like, that's stupid. Then the light will come on. Wait, I'm dumb as ever.
Yeah. And here you're gonna have to look in the mirror and not
You
out
got
the
to look at,
window.
and that's the
Yeah.
key.
Yeah, we're
That's
That's
gonna
the
look
it.
at
key.
we're gonna look in the mirror. We're gonna start, that's the behavior thing. Now we can easily put it out that this is mommy and daddy's fault, or this is a
That
behavior
mirror.
that,
Mm-hmm.
I picked up because this is the lifestyle that I live, the environment I live, this the behavior. But when you get down to it and use that thing and stop looking out the window, because you see, when you look out the window, the same material is made glass. Am I correct? That's what a mirror
That's
is.
right.
Okay. So when you're looking out the window, you're looking at everything and everybody else. You see things, but when that mirror is reflected, when they put that covering on the back of that, it's like a covering they put on the back of it so it can reflect back at you. And then when you start
Mm-hmm.
flecking back, you can't look at it anymore. You got to look back at yourself. So that's what Be
Mm-hmm.
Open is. We're getting that behavior. We're getting y'all to see. I am excited for you, Zachy, because this is what this
Well,
is.
I appreciate the opportunity
Yes.
the vision that you and Yvonne, but more so than anything, when you told me that um, your mother that she gave this the name, and this is
Yes.
something
Yep.
that she wanted to help you um, cast your vision, and she wanted to share in your dream, and man,
Yes.
that right there,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
that's an honor. I consider it
Yes.
an honor to
Thank
even
you.
be, considered to help with your dream and your vision. So, I don't
God
take that
bless.
lightly. I do
Yes.
not take that lightly. So,
Yes.
may God bless this,
I love
and I
you.
believe
Thank
He will
you.
bless it.
Yes. Yes.
And let's get out here
Yeah.
and help these folks, because that mirror, some people, and I know for me for many years, that mirror can be like the sun is to a vampire. You don't want to be in it.
You don't want me in it, baby. Just want to stay in the dark.
But we
Everything
but we got to
happens in
we
the
Ah,
got
dark.
we got to come out. We got to come out. We
Exactly.
got
God
to look
bless you.
into it. Cause
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
yeah.
it's a hard thing. But once you start getting it, once you take that first glimpse and you start seeing that the division start become clearer, and you start seeing
Yeah.
yourself for the beauty that God has placed within you,
Yes,
and
sir.
and you start learning that mirror that reflect you, you'll start seeing. No, God will start seeing His reflection in you.
Lord.
Ooh, come on now. You start to
That's
see that
that's the
image
goal.
changing. Yes.
That's the goal. Not
That's
that
the goal.
we can see us
Love it.
in the mirror. We want God to see His reflection in us.
Yes. Love
Yes.
that. Oh, Oh, you know I'm
Love
taking
it.
that one. You know I got that one. That's what he wants to reflect, and then you want to see God in that reflection. Amen. Well, let me tell you, Jack, we will be talking to you again.
All right. God bless y'all.
Yes.
I look forward to be open. Let me put that up again. Be open. It's
Be
going to
open.
be open.
September 12th. Yeah.
September the 12th, people.
Now, y'all know it says, do y'all see what it says? It says 6 p.m. Central, not Eastern. So if it's 6 p.m. Central, it's what time Eastern?
7 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern, and
Okay.
then 4 p.m. Pacific.
So come on now, come on in. If if y'all want to just check it out. Just check it out. We want y'all to check it out. God
Check
bless
it
you.
out.
Yep, y'all not going to be disappointed. I promise you. Love you, brother. Talk to you
Love
soon.
y'all.
Love you, Zach.
I love you, baby. All right, y'all. Let's get to the my BFF said it ain't gossip, but let's get to the gossip.
Let's get to the tea. On the coffee.
The coffee. Okay, so we are let me tell you something. Everything happens on TikTok. I don't care what nobody said. When you get on TikTok, you find out so much stuff was going on in the entire world. Well, mostly here in America, because most of the stuff I've been seeing, the crazy stuff has been American stuff. But so me and my BFF, we got on this conversation because there was several TikTok videos that kind of stuck out to us that we thought that was very, 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 I don't know, it could be a conflict of interest, put it that way, because you can feel, because you can feel one way about it and then feel another, you know what I'm saying? So what we were, the conversation was it, say it, Yvonne, was it?
Is it disciplining or is it corporate punishment?
Okay, so I know y'all trying to figure that one out. What do you mean? What do you mean? So we're talking about parent and children, parenting. We're really talking the punishments of the parents and the way they're parenting. And what stuck out to us, so let me bring y'all into it. What stuck out to us was I was trying to
check out this,
these videos. What stuck out to us? So let's start with I think we'll start with this one, Yvonne.
Okay.
Let's start with this one. Let's start with this one. Let's see. There you go.
So that right there was a video of a dad cutting off his kid's dreads in what seems to be a very non-consensual manner. It seems traumatizing to the child, but was the dad wrong? This is another one of those stories where cutting off the hair was a punishment because the kid went to school and there was a kid there that had lost all their hair due to cancer treatments. The kid was fighting cancer and his child was making fun of that little cancer patient kid. Now, normally, I'm not one who encourages traumatizing children to teach them lessons, but if your kid is so far out of alignment that they are literally making fun of somebody who's struggling with cancer, trying to fight for their life, you gotta do something to rectify that, and it's gonna leave a mark. Well, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
The scenario and a little bit more on the backstory of this. If you go into it a little bit further, the parents had spoken to their child not once, not twice, but several times about his behavior towards the other child that's fighting cancer. So the dad he said, okay, so you don't want to do the right thing. You want to keep messing with this child. I'm going to show you what it feels like to lose your hair, something that you idolize. The guy, I guess he loved his hair, fresh, hot style and everything. So he cut it off. Now, if it would have been me, I would have shaved him completely bald. They just cut the locks off and gave him a style. But if I, because I'm that type of parent, I'm not going to keep going around and around in circles with you. I gave out harsh punishments. I know I did. And my kids, they talk about it to this day. My son was on punishment for like 4 months, and my daughter wound up being on punishment for 2 years one time. And no, it didn't start off being like that, but as things continued on, I just continued to add days to it. I didn't cut their hair off or anything like that, but I think that was a good one. What did you think, Marvina?
Well, I mean, for me, I mean, I know how it is to have locks, what you call locks. They call them dreads. We say locks. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, and I need y'all to comment. Do y'all think is it
Yeah.
corporal punishment or is it discipline? I need to hear from y'all. I see both ways. I don't understand. I wouldn't have shaved it off. I don't think that's what I would have done. But I would have gave him I would teach him you telling them to leave the child alone, and how did you teach them? Did you do you inform him about the seriousness of this child's disease or whatever? What was taught to this child? Now I would have took him or put him online and gave him some understanding about what cancer is and all the children, because there's many videos, there's many things out here to get them to understand why, how serious this disease is.
Hmm.
Now, I don't know if I would have just cut his hair off. I don't know if that's something that I would have done. I don't even think I would have thought about that, because I'm not I'm not really a corporate punishment. Well, I don't think so anyway. Not in that manner. Um, I just feel so indifferent about it because I feel for the young baby. I do. I do. How do you understand? And some people say, well, it's traumatic. You traumatize the kid. You traumatize. Life is trauma. We traumatized by life, baby. Life is so anything that I remember, things that was done to me as a kid that traumatized me, and I get it,
Yeah.
But what did this child learn? Did the child
Yeah.
learn anything from you just cutting off his hair because you want him to learn a lesson of being bald? Because guess what? This child's hair is going to grow back. The
Yeah.
child that is literally going through the cancer is the issue.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he would never, ever, ever be able to like just, have that,
Yeah.
growing his hair. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I do like what Di said. She said I would have took him to a cancer institute
Yeah.
and let him visit some sick
Yes.
kids.
That's what I was
I like
saying.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to
I
come
like
with. You
that.
let him take him somewhere, teach him
Yeah,
what
yeah,
the issue was, why you're so
yeah,
serious. This is so serious. This, we don't know how long this child has to live, and his days, you let the child know.
yeah.
So I don't know if I would have cut his hair. I just don't know if that's really a punishment tactic for me to just cut the child's hair off, because like I said, it'll grow back on him.
I guess what got me is where on the backstory of it, where the parents said that they had spoken to him several times
Yeah.
about this. So I would love, if the parents are watching or this video gets around to the parents, I would love for you to reach out to myself or Marvina,
Yeah.
or reach out to both of us, and we would love to have you guys go on the show to talk a little bit more about it, because I would like to know what was the conversation, because
Yes.
one of the things that I've always prided myself on is that I believe that children are little people, so I talk to them and not at them and not around them.
Right.
It's more important for me to get across to them, like Marvina said, to a place where they understand, and I interact with them throughout the conversation, so that they do start to gain a clearer understanding. Not to
Yeah.
say that parents didn't do this, because you do have some kids, they're just gonna be ornery. They just,
Right.
kids are just kids at times. And for whatever reason, the dad felt this was necessary
Yeah.
in order to get the point across. But
Yeah.
to what you said, Marvina, did he actually get the point across, or was it just, because I've done some things with my kids to where they, as in, they came back later as the adults and said, "Mom, you didn't that was we were terrified, so we went ahead and did it anyway, regardless." So I never wanted the fear of, the place of being terrified. I want them to just get it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me get this one. Did you see that one? Here, hold on. It said it depends on what they are feeling in their hearts while disciplining. Are they disciplining to teach and educate or to abuse, intimidate, and be evil? I don't know. That, that's what I'm saying. I can talk for what I would have done, because I don't really know. We don't really know the yeah.
I'm sorry. This
Yeah.
this popped up and it made
Yeah,
me laugh.
yeah,
And I'm so
yeah.
sorry. I hate
I
to
love
say
you
I
too,
love you too
Fatty.
because I
Yeah.
have know what your name is.
Screaming
But
so there. Wait, check. So she said this one. Okay, so we got another one for you. We got another one. I like this one right here. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. This is another one. Wait.
And it's landed a Gwinnett County man in jail tonight. That's after video of what police say was a case of child abuse in a Kroger parking lot went viral on social media. We do want to warn you, it might be difficult for some to watch.
Shut up! Shut up! Did I say shut up?
That is totally uncalled for. What I saw hurt me.
Cell phone video of a Wednesday afternoon visit to this Kroger in Lilburn has become a trending topic online as it appears to show a Snellville man's aggressive parenting style on full display.
Shut up! What I said, shut your...
In the video obtained by Fox 5, 44-year-old James Collins can be seen striking a 3-year-old child in the back seat of his truck and yelling at the toddler after he'd apparently had an accident.
You ain't getting no damn fun. Stop partying on yourself.
Gwinnett County Police say it has been viewed and shared thousands of times online. Amanda Martin, a frequent shopper at this Kroger, says she saw it in a Facebook post.
It was completely heartbreaking. I can't imagine a parent getting that upset with a child.
A bystander who saw what was happening recorded the video before calling 911 out of concern for the child's safety. In the video that lasts just over a minute, you can see another shopper try to step in. Collins then telling her to mind her business.
Well, mind your damn business, woman.
Martin says she was glad someone spoke up.
Never want to put yourself in danger, but obviously, they were afraid for the child.
Shopper Elena De Brazil says she would have done the same thing.
And myself, I would have blocked his car, called 911, stay there until the police came, yes. You don't assault a child like this.
Gwinnett County Police confirmed Saturday they were aware of the video and had assigned the case to a detective. Within hours, they announced Collins had been arrested and charged with first-degree cruelty to children.
Now, Gwinnett police say the child suffered minor injuries and is currently being cared for by other family members. The Department of Family and Child Services was also notified.
I'm stunned.
Collins is in Gwinnett County.
That's my first time seeing that. I know you told me about it.
Tell you about it.
Fox 5 News.
All right, Joy, thanks so much.
Wow. You know me. I'm stunned.
So what do you think?
Wow.
Is that corporate punishment or is that discipline? What do you feel? Somebody over here tell me, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think that he kind of went, and you know me, I'm choking up a little bit. I think he kind of went to the extreme. I was strict with my punishments, but my children can tell you that it was rare if they received a whipping. You know what I'm saying? And then something that they said is that the child sustained minor injuries. So how aggressive and hard did you lay your hands on the child that the child received injuries?
Kind of minor injuries?
Yeah,
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm guilty. Let me say, I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty. I'm naked and not ashamed. Getting upset because the child did something. How many of y'all done got spankings and your mom and daddy tell you shut up after they spanked you or hit you?
Okay.
How many times? Did you notice that they didn't have any black people really on here? And I ain't trying to be I'm not saying that black people say they would think this is right or this is wrong. I'm saying, be honest. How many of you that you had children that got you so angry? And y'all might not did it outside. Y'all might not chastised outside. Y'all might not even got it. But how many of y'all got angry? Be quiet. Shut up all that noise. And they done dutied on themselves, and you don't like it, and you mad because you got to clean that mess up, and you just took them to the bathroom, and now they come out and they don't want to go, and then
yeah.
I'm just saying, Yeah, I
And
understand.
the child is 3
Yeah.
and soiling himself. And I know that that's still a training. I know that that's still a training period. And we do, so what you brought up. Let me go ahead and bring the race factor into this because you open the door so I'm
I
gonna
had
walk on
to. I'm
through it.
sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
no. That's a very valid point because you
Mhm.
and I have been places where we have seen children misbehave of a different nationality.
And we said, beat that butt.
Yeah, and it's always, and no lie, throughout the situation. We were at a store one time, and it was a Hispanic lady in there. It was you and I in there, and there was some
Mhm.
Caucasians in there. When
Mhm.
I tell you this little Caucasian child started acting a plumb fool, and the lady was trying to reason and bargaining, the little kid kicked her. And we all, the Hispanic lady, myself, Marvin, even the kid, we all looking like, you need to beat him. You need to just go ahead and just lay hands on him. And she was like, don't do it again. I'm warning you. And he's yelling, shut up. And I'm like, oh, I wanted to get him for her. I wanted to step in, like, tag me in. So we do discipline differently.
It's
We do
damn
this.
if you do or damn if you don't. Cause see, some of us like
Mhm.
looking at them like, if we do discipline them out there and say, he was screaming really loud. I'm gonna say that for a minute anyway. I mean, Dad, if you're gonna discipline your child, all that screaming because you drew the attention to yourself.
Mhm.
That's the thing I'm saying. I ain't saying go take your child and beat him in public, but the attention he drew it to himself. And sometimes if he would have gotten a car and maybe drove off or something, he could have calmed himself down. But he was in that moment, like, okay,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
in here screaming, and like the child didn't have a right to scream. The child do have a right to scream. He had an accident, and because he had an accident, you made it out that his life was in danger, basically by screaming at him. So, okay, I understand that. But how many times as parents have we gotten so angry that, when our child, done did something and, you just, you want to
Yeah,
shut up,
yeah.
spank them, and then tell them to shut up, spank them, and then you spank them again, say, I'm going to give you something else to cry for if you don't shut up. I heard that. I remember those conversations
Yeah.
after getting spanked.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had that situation. I told you about the experience I had at Shannon Mall with my youngest son. We standing down there and the bathroom is right there. Because he thought he was gonna miss a cookie, he starts to use the bathroom and everything because he didn't want to miss out. And I did. I got angry. And that was one of the times that he got it. And I got him right there in the mall. I got him right there in the mall. So, so I get it. And sometimes you do, I feel that you do sometimes have to get your child right there in that moment because later on throughout the day and things of that nature, they're kids. They, other things come into their mind. And then when you go back to try to discipline them for something that occurred hours and hours ago, now it's lost. They don't realize or truly understand what they're being disciplined for. And then to me, that's when the traumatization really starts to set in.
See, okay, let's go back to some of these comments. Okay, let's go back to this first one right here. I love you. The general discipline by taking him to experience. I can't even see it. Can you see it, Matt? Can you see it?
That's genuine discipline by taking him by
Oh
taking
yeah,
him to
yep.
experience and
Experience it.
see and feel it. And
Okay.
I agree with that.
Okay,
I agree with
that
that.
was a good one. I'm sorry. Let me see.
Hmm.
Okay, this dot I. Can you see that one?
Yeah.
Let's get that one. Go
She
ahead.
said neither the child. She said neither. The child is 3. Potty training is not always easy. The child is 3.
The
And that,
child is 3. The
hmm
child is
that's a
3.
good point.
Honey, let me tell you something. And I don't want to, because this is in my grandbaby's bag or whatever. But even as they get older and their body starts changing, they still sometimes even digress. So you got to really understand the concept of children and how the disciplinary of a child. I don't even know if this is this man's first child, second child. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, it's a lot more to this than just what we see.
Yeah, sometimes I wish we could get them on here for the backstory, if that
Right,
makes sense.
right. Every so good.
And I Love You Too says this father is just a demon and definitely not disciplined out of love. He's abusing from an evil driven state. That's why now that, because with this, like Marvina said, he drew so much attention to him because of all of the yelling and screaming. Now, if he would have
Mhm.
spanked him or what, the baby or whatnot, okay. But the thing that stuck out to me is the injuries as well. The minor,
Yeah.
minor injuries.
Slapping on him.
How hard did you hit? Because you can spank a child and not leave a mark. But then but for it to be, some type of
I'll never remember
injury.
spanking any of my children and not leaving a mark. I don't. If I spanked them on the butt, my handprint was the little bruise because it sting. If I hit them on the hand, it gets red right there. So what do you mean by minor abuse?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's
You know
what.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It really. I mean, I don't
Did
know
they
if
have they
anybody being
have
hit with.
welts and things of that
Yeah,
nature? And then
he.
I look at the variant of skin shades. Look at my youngest son. He was extremely light. So the minute you touched him, he immediately turned red.
Yeah,
It
he
was
shouldn't have hit
never
him.
bruising or anything like that.
He shouldn't have
So
never
it's
hit him, but I'm just saying, everybody saying minor bruises, that they got to add some more stuff to the story to make it look good. I
yeah.
feel for the brother, to be honest with you. I feel for the child too. Um, okay, we did this one. I'm sorry. You got the other one? Let me see.
Oh, right here, this one.
I got one. You see it? Oh, you took it down. What you took it down? No, that
Oh,
wasn't the one. You missed one. Go ahead.
did I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Go.
showed this one. Hold on. I showed this one.
Oh, you did?
Uh huh.
Okay, go ahead.
This
I'm
father's
sorry.
just a
Never did.
demon. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
skipped that
Okay,
one.
go ahead. You got it. I'll let you have it.
So Di said a friend of mine hit her child with a magazine at a Target. Someone recorded her license plates, which was registered at her mother's house. Her mother called her and said child services was on the way. Well, look, child
And let me
services would have got me a lot of times. Oh my
And
gosh.
that's funny because that's what that was a question I was gonna ask y'all. Do y'all think it's the social media thing is getting such out of hand that
I
they
do.
taking away from all of the privileges of, that I know darn well that girl, unless she took that thing and swinged it like a baseball, I know
Like she
darn
was swatting a
well, like
fly.
she was she probably was swatting the fly, right? Because it's behavior. But a
Yeah, and
magazine.
yeah. A magazine. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. You think about some of the things that, I have popped my children with the fly swatter. I'm not even gonna lie, I popped them with a fly swatter. I have had magazines. I've had my shoe and pop their butt with, with the shoe or something like that, and then they just kind of look, and and to me sometimes it was more so, I can't believe that mommy hit me, and they get that look of hurt, and then they go do what it is that they're supposed to do. But taking away parents' rights to discipline their children. I'm gonna tell you something. Our generation and the generation before us went through some hellified disciplining.
Yeah, we did.
Hot wheel tracks,
I
extension
found it
cords, things of that
abusive.
nature. Yeah, and when we turned out good.
I still don't think
We
it was
turned
right.
we
It hurt.
no, I don't think, I think that sometimes they took it to the extreme.
Yeah.
However, our generation and the generation before us had a level of respect
Yes,
about
we did.
self and
Scared
a
it out
level
of
of
us.
respect for others. But
Scared it out of
now,
us.
there is
They're not
no,
scared.
think about it. There's no respect out there.
They're not
There's no
scared
respect.
anymore.
They don't respect, they don't respect themselves. They don't respect adults. They don't respect their elders.
Nope.
It's a lot going on. It's like children rule the world. And it started with that campaign that they had. If you're experiencing abuse or you think this and third, call this number. Remember that you could just call this number and get child
Mm-hmm.
protective services on the
Mm-hmm.
phone? And kids started threatening their parents with that. If you hit me, I'm gonna call CPS. And I
See,
remember my parents used to tell us.
those kids that was being
Mm-hmm.
abused, they grow up and become social workers, they become lawyers, judges, all the stuff they've been abused. And sometimes because of their experience, they make laws and regulations because they don't want it done to the children up under them. They don't want these things. But see, the sacrifice that we make when we allow the children to have more control over the family is we have more kids in jail. We got more disrespectful children. We got more kids out here that, feel that it's okay to do whatever they want to do because they got rights,
But
but yet
yeah,
when
yeah.
something happens, the first thing they do is come after the parent, and the parents have to deal with all of that, going to court and stuff. But they sitting up there like, if you just gave me the chance to discipline them, like I need to
Yeah.
discipline them, it's hard because your hands are tied. Your hands are
Yeah.
tied.
Yeah. And I love what Di said on this one. She said there are so many kids being abused that it is difficult to ignore things. And I agree with that. That was a point that I was getting ready, that was something I was
Mhm.
getting ready to say. The lines have become so blurred. There are people that abuse the system. And what I mean by abuse the system, because they don't want to be disciplined. They don't want to be told what to do. Then they use this as a crutch, a way to kind of get out of situations and bad behavior. And then there are children that are truly, truly in abusive situations that
Mhm.
need this. And
Mhm.
so now you run into a situation. So I kind of feel like they got to go back, revamp it, and make it to where it is truly for people who are being abused and not people who are trying to get out of being disciplined.
Well,
So
you
that's where
see,
that line
they
is.
can't find where the fine line is
Yeah,
because
that's yeah.
he spanked the baby and he said he had minor bruises, so it's probably webs or whatever from hitting him.
Mm-hmm.
So where is the final line where it's abuse or when it's not abuse? So how can you kind of
Yeah.
determine, because they feel that corporate punishment abuse is putting your hands on anyone, you know what I'm saying, your child or any of those things. There's a certain manner that you have to deal with children as well as you have to deal with adults, so you have to respect them. But in the meantime, between time, children are gaining more respect to the point that they're going to be ruling the world and teaching and beating our butts in a minute.
You said that too, yeah.
They're gonna be beating us. We're gonna be old and haggard, and they're gonna be treating us like crap because they was able to do it
Yeah.
to us as they were younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
We look back at our generational issues from when we were younger, from our environment, and that's where we at right now. But can you imagine our children for what their generational environment is and where they're gonna be when they get older enough?
Ooh.
I'm scared. I'm hoping
Yeah.
and praying
Wow.
that I raise my
That's a
children
good
enough
one.
that they will respect me enough to be there for me and hold my back. Yeah, I
Mm.
whooped their behinds. I whooped they. It
Yeah.
was only one of my children that I didn't have to get on them and beat their butt that much, and that's my middle child. But the rest of them butts, I beat their butts. My oldest, she always say, I got the most beatings. But let me tell you, she and me all over again, and I'm glad. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
She's a hustler. She does what she got to do. She out working right now. So that's what I'm saying. So sometimes we look at it as corporate punishment, but see that trauma that you say that you giving your child now, it affects
Mm.
them in the future. Sometimes it make them strong. Now if you beating the hell out of your kids, God need to get you. You need your butt
Yeah.
whooped. Now
Yeah.
if you disciplining them in the right manner and giving them the respect and the parenting that you are, because you
Yeah.
are the parent first, then you have to respect your children enough that whatever you're doing, you're teaching them right from wrong. And then you realize when they get older, they're going to go out on their way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah.
got to say.
You have to discipline with love. You can't discipline with anger and
Yes.
frustration in there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You
Wow.
get angry sometimes because kids make you upset, man. I just told you. I just told you. What do you mean? You didn't remember. What do you mean? It was 2 seconds ago. What do you mean? Say
We
it.
just
What do you mean? Get
like
up in here.
look, like get it together.
What's wrong
Come
with
on.
you? Get it together. That's abuse. What's wrong with you? That's abuse. You put your hands on him. We
That's
trying
that's
to
abuse.
shake some stuff up in there, baby. So that's what
That
I'm
is
saying.
abuse.
I'm not telling anybody that it's good to beat their kids or none of those things. Don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not gonna take that from me. I think I did a pretty good job with mine.
Yeah. And I think I did. Our kids, I'm not gonna say they beg to differ that we did a good job. They just feel that some of the things that we did was to a different level.
Yeah.
But when they become parents, and some of them have become parents, their disciplining processes are different. Because I sometimes with my oldest son, I raise my eyebrow and I say, "Oh Lord, he getting ready to get him." And he is a no nonsense father with a lot of love. But whoo, so I love you too. Said yes, social media is out of control. People will catch you doing anything and film it for
Mm-hmm.
a viral moment.
Yeah.
Never heard of being whooped with a magazine, but that is
I love it. I am so mad, girl. We are already out of time. Girl, let's go
yeah.
ahead on and give a shout out to all that came on and supporting and giving us some love and all that good stuff. Yvonne, you want to take us out? Let's go tell us about all the social media platforms we got going on. Go ahead while you're
Hey
talking.
guys, what's in the bag? Throughout the week is Motivational Monday, Talk About It Tuesday, Wisdom Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, and Friday. And I just want to give a shout out to all of those that's on that page and that's supporting and adding content to that page on a daily basis. We really do appreciate the participation.
Yes. Yes.
What's in the bag? Social media platform with the question mark. That is where you will see all of our upcoming events and our calendar of events and different events that some of our guests have ongoing that that's been on the show. You'll see those different calendar of events that comes up on what's in the bag. You want to add anything to that, Marvina?
No, you said it all. With a note.
Okay. And and then we also have what's in the bag 21. That is what's in the bag 21, no question marks, no spaces. And that is the same for Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. And we are growing that YouTube channel, and we need the participation of all of our members. So what we would like for you guys to do is just take a moment. All it takes is a quick moment. Pop over to What's in the Bag 21 on YouTube. And we would like for you guys to subscribe, like, and share, and also turn on the notification button.
Yes,
And
yes.
that that is going to put you guys in the know. And what I mean by in the know, it is going to let you guys know anytime we have something popping off. If we go live immediately and things of that nature, you guys are going to be the first ones to get that notification and know what's going on.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
then we have What's in the Bag Cash App, where you guys can take and make a donation to us to help us keep this platform running so that we can continue to bring you guys positive comments, positive stories, positive interaction, keeping you guys in the know and not and bring about knowledge and awareness. And then we also have what's in the bag, buy me a cup of coffee. Come on and support us. Buy us a cup of coffee. Buy us a cup of coffee. Any
Yes,
monetary donation is accepted, and we appreciate it. And if you go over a certain dollar amount, guess what? You get to get a one-on-one with Marvina and myself.
yeah. I know a lot of y'all out there want to do podcasting. Y'all want to talk about how you can get started on your own little thing.
Mhm.
We're actually looking for people that if you want to be part of that, I don't mind teaching you. We're not
Mhm.
asking for a whole lot. What if you subscribe? If you become a subscriber for us every a month, we'll interact with you to get you on the road. We're trying to get road for success. We're not trying to keep anything for ourselves. I believe that this is to give away. Now
Mhm.
you want to be part of this. You want to be you even come in and tell us that you want to be part of our process in the back office. We're looking for people to do that. We got, if you know anything about the internet, the
Mhm.
social media process, you know anything about YouTube, if you know anyone who does printing,
That's right.
anyone that anything that you see, you feel like you can be part of what's in the bag. Because let me tell you something, I believe in God. He is telling us already, and a lot of people have prayed over what's in the bag and prophesied over what's in the bag about where it's going. As you can see, we're consistent. We're not trying to give you a platform here and give you this, that, and the other. We're consistent. So if you want to keep us going, we're just asking right now that you just, support us. Give us a support. That's all I got. Yeah,
Right.
that's all I have.
And if you do decide to join the team, as we grow, you grow. So just know that.
Ain't holding back. Ain't holding back. Thank you all so much for being part of this. We love you. We got to take care of
Yeah. And I just want to thank you guys for joining again. Hey, it's a beautiful day out there today. We're in hot Atlanta. I don't know where some of you guys are viewing from, but any day that God allows us to wake up again, it is a beautiful day. I don't care what is happening with the weather. And all I can say to that is get out there and live life and enjoy life. And as always, stay blessed, be a blessing, and have a blessed day. Love
Bye,
you guys so much.
everybody.
Thank you so
Love
much
you.
for
Have a
joining.
great day. Have a good weekend. See you next Saturday. Join us on Be Open.
Yes.